Welcome to 10-5, the official podcast of the OPPA Association. My name is Scott Mills.
And I'm Emily Brown, and we are the Strategic Communications Coordinators for the OPPA Association and your host for the 10-5 podcast, the official podcast of the OPPA Association. For some of you that may be new to listening to us, a little bit of background. The OPPA is the sole bargaining agent for the close to 10,000 members of the Ontario Provincial Police in Canada. Our members are our focus and our strength, and we aim to provide important information to our members and the public about matters that affect policing in the province of Ontario.
Well, thanks, Emily. Today's guest is a guest we've previously had on the podcast. Sherry DeGroot is responsible for brand and business development at the OPPA Credit Union, which is located directly beside our OPPA head office in Barrie, and is a tremendous resource for our members and their families. And we are very happy to welcome back Sherry DeGroot. Welcome, Sherry.
Thanks, Scott. Hi, Emily. Thanks for the invitation. I'm always happy to help get the word out there about the credit union and help our membership understand the benefits they can receive through the credit union.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us. So for those listening, we're going to kind of break down 10 different benefits to being a member of the OPPA Credit Union. This can save you money, which everybody is looking to do nowadays, and serve your financial needs, a broad range of financial needs. So let's hit the ground. Are you ready to go, Sherry?
I'm ready.
Awesome. So Sherry, first and foremost, I think it's a myth out there, maybe. Who is eligible to join the OPPA Credit Union? Is it members only? Is it families of members? Is it the general public? Who's allowed to have an account there?
So we are closed bonded, which means we're members only. So you have to be affiliated with the OPP in order to have access to the banking services with the credit union. And that can be directly employed by the OPP uniformed officers, civilian members. Auxiliary is a new partner we've brought on in the last few years. We've opened our bond to the auxiliary members. And anyone that is a member with the credit union, their family, their direct family is also able to access the services of the credit union. And once you're a member with the credit union, you're a member for life. So we have a lot of retired OPP that stay on as members as well. So we're happy to help anyone that's affiliated with the OPP.
Now, looking into April, it looks like there's some exciting news coming down the pipes for your customers. We understand that the OPPA Credit Union has updated banking app that's launching on April the 9th. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, something I've been working on for the last couple months. Anyone that uses our banking app will have noticed it's a little outdated, and we are very excited to launch our new mobile banking and banking app. So both online banking and the app will be updated with a fresh new look, feel. It will be adaptive. We have a lot of members that use iPads, and that's been a bit of a struggle for our members in the past. So this is going to be a better experience for them and a fresher feel and look, and some updated features. So we're very excited about launching that on April 9th and having our members experience the fresh new look and updated feel of our app and our online banking.
Sherry, we understand that there are partnered discounts available for OPPA Credit Union members. And when we were preparing what we're going to talk about today, you said there's things like digital wills, APR, which I don't even know what that is, pet insurance, not quite sure what that is. I was wondering if you could explain what these partner discounts are.
For sure. So membership with the credit union has its benefits, similar to your website that has member discounts and partnership discounts. We have those for our members as well. So we've had a number of new partners come on board lately that all offer a discounted service to our members. The first one I'll mention is APR, which stands for All Purpose Realty, and they are a realtor referral service. So as you know, our members move across the province quite frequently, and if they're moving and don't have a connection for a real estate agent in the area they're moving to, this service will recommend a real estate agent for them. And how it works is that if they choose to use that real estate agent, they receive a reward for the purchase and or the sale of their home. They can realize the reward on both ends. So they get $25 for each $10,000 increment of a completed real estate transaction. So we've had a lot of members taking advantage of this. It helps pay legal and moving fees, and it's all for just using our referred real estate agents. So lots of members using that one and benefiting from that. A few other ones we've had newly on board with us is Canadian Legal Wills. And I think I'll go into that a little bit later. We have another question about that. And Digital Shield is one that we have that's just come on board. They offer, this is something new, actually new to the industry. They're offering cyber and social engineering coverages. So it's insurance for things like cyber attacks, ransomware, identity theft, all those sorts of things that can happen when we're doing transactions online. And they'll help walk you through any problems you're having with online threats and that sort of thing. So that's one of our new ones. And then one of the more popular ones is Pets Plus Us Insurance. So this is pet insurance. It's almost like OHIP for your pets. It's a popular thing over in Europe, and it's coming over to North America. Pet insurance is something that you can look into. All of these links are provided on our website, and you can have a look at the details, and they all offer discounts to our members.
Let's jump into investment and lending specialist teams from the OPPA Credit Union. Can you go into that a little bit more, Sherry?
Yeah, for sure. So a lot of people that have been members with us for a long time have had a dedicated rep with us. And in the past, we've always assigned our advisors or our reps to our members by alpha, so by your last name. And we're going to be restructuring that a little bit. We're going to restructure ourselves into two teams. So an investment specialist team and a lending specialist team. This doesn't mean that you're losing your dedicated rep. You're just going to have two now. So we're having these specialists that can focus on what our members' needs are at the moment, and they'll work in tandem together. So you'll have a dedicated rep on the lending side if you're looking at mortgages or loans, and then you'll have a partner dedicated rep on the investment specialist side that will be able to talk to you about investments and that sort of thing. So basically, you're getting two dedicated reps now instead of one, and that team approach works for us because we have a small dedicated team in the office, and you'll be able to call in and get that specialized advice depending on what you're looking for at that moment. So that's coming soon, and we're going to be putting out some communication to our members about who their new rep teams are.
You mentioned that you wanted to talk about Live Answer member service. Can you explain what that is, please, Sherry?
Yeah, it's something that I find very beneficial if you're ever calling into a company and you get stuck in their call tree or on hold. You get lost in those phone queues or the prompts that take forever to get through, and you're just frustrated and want to talk to someone. I think one of our key benefits for our members is that we are a small team and we live answer our phones. So one of the 27 staff in our office will pick up the phone. We don't have queues. We don't have phone trees. You won't get caught in any of those things. And typically when people are calling in, they have an issue that they need dealt with, or something's not working, or they need help with something. And that's when you're most frustrated. And that's when it's the best to talk to someone, a real person that can help you out. So I think this is key for us and our members, is that you're talking to the 27 staff that reside in the building, and we all work as a team, and you're getting to talk to a real person, which is very helpful when you're dealing with financial questions or an issue or that sort of thing. So I think live answer calling is something that's going by the wayside, and we still do it at the credit union, which seems to be very helpful to our members.
That certainly is a bonus. I think everybody can relate to the pain of being on hold, so being able to contact or connect with an actual real person to help you in live time is certainly a bonus.
I think so too. I get so frustrated when I get stuck on hold or trying to say the word prompts and they don't understand you, and you're just getting more frustrated by the minute. So talking to a real person is a big bonus for sure.
You're definitely selling me on that, Sherry. I had an issue recently between two banks, and I literally drove back and forth between the two banks, and they just kept telling me to go to the other bank, and then when they finally figured out the issue, they basically told me I had to call a 1-800 number and talk to somebody on the phone. And I was like, why?
That's so frustrating.
Yeah, so that is very, very appealing to me.
So let's switch gears a little bit. Can you tell us about your account fees, minimum balances, and how this compares to regular banks?
Yeah, so like any service, account fees are necessary. I mean, we'd love to offer free services to our members, but that's just not a reality. Account fees and service fees keep the lights on and keep us answering the phones and keep the staff there helping our members. But we do understand that people want to see value in what they're paying for. And we have, just like many of the banks, ways that you can reduce fees. So keeping a minimum balance in your accounts can actually eliminate your monthly account fee. And talking to one of our reps to see if there's a better account that suits your usage needs is something that members can do. They can call in anytime and talk to one of their reps and find out if there's different ways that they can save money. We're always there for members and finding ways to reduce fees. We can't eliminate all fees. That's not reality, but we can help reduce your fees and make sure that you're seeing the value in the services that you're paying for with the credit union for sure.
Sure. Yeah. Just right off the top, I wanted to ask you, what is that minimum balance to, eliminate the fees, and what are all the member rates in general?
So all of our rates are on our website, and the minimum balance depends on the type of account you're in. We offer reduced minimum balances requirements for students and for seniors, and it just depends on which account you're in. So it'd be hard for me to list them off on here, but I encourage anyone to visit our website or just give us a call, and we can go through those rates and those fees for the accounts and how to reduce them and how it would work for each different person.
Can you just tell us what that website is? I know we'll put it in the show notes later.
Yeah, it's www.oppacu.com. So it's OPP and then credit union. The CU stands for credit union.com.
OPPACU?
That's right.
Alrighty. Sounds good.
So talking a little bit about accessibility related to the ATMs or automatic teller machines, can you explain accessibility across Ontario?
Yeah, so accessibility is something that comes up with our membership a lot because they're spread out across the province. And we are one location. So as you mentioned at the start of this, we're next door to the association building on Ferris Lane and Barrie. And we have two of our own ATMs. So one of them is located in our building, and the other one is at headquarters in Aurelia. And that seems to pose a roadblock for some members on how they're going to access funds if they deal with us as their primary financial institution. But we're actually quite accessible. So we have the second largest ATM network in Canada next to TD. And we have that by working cooperatively with other credit unions. So we are able to use the credit union network across Canada for ATMs, and members can use those ATMs as if they're using an OPPA Credit Union ATM. So no fees and that sort of thing. We have 3,300 ATMs across Canada, and then when our members travel down to the States, that network opens up to another 40,000 ATMs in the US. And they can find their closest ATM on our mobile banking app or on the Exchange Network ATM Find an ATM app. So we are quite accessible, even though we are only one location with two of our own ATMs. We're actually quite accessible across the province, and most people now do their banking online. which we have full online access banking. And we love to see our members come into the building. We don't see a lot of them because they are spread out across the province. But if you are in the local area, then you can come into the branch as well. But the second largest ATM network in Canada is something that we are proud to be a part of, for sure.
That's really good information to know as well. Sherry, can you explain OPPA Credit Union member shares for us? You're telling us off the air there that this question comes up often.
Yes. So members, they're members with the credit union. So when they become a member with the credit union, they have to buy into the credit union. But something we do is we pay that buy-in for them. So the credit union share buy-in is $100, and we put that forward for new members, and we hold that for the first 10 years. As long as you keep your accounts open with the credit union for 10 years, then that $100 becomes yours. We hold it for the first 10 years, but it's something that we put up for our members. So a lot of members will see that money sitting in their account and wonder why it's there or why they can't access it at first. And that's what it is we fronted the member share for them. And now they're a member with the credit union, so they have a say. Our AGM is coming up next month, and that's where members are able to voice their opinions and have their say in the credit union. And we encourage members to attend that. It's virtual, and they can attend via WebEx and have their say in how the credit union runs. So that's part of what your member share contributes to, and we're happy to front that for our members.
So we're going to switch gears to chat a little bit about home ownership, which is a hot button topic nowadays. A lot of people talking about it. Can you explain what an FHSA is and how does that benefit the membership?
Yes. So the FHSA, which I find a really tricky acronym to get out, stands for the First Home Savings Account. So it's a new account that the government has created, and it's just in the last couple months that it's become available. I think it's something that our younger members and our recruits can really take advantage of. It allows them to save money towards a down payment. They're able to contribute up to $8,000 a year to a maximum of $40,000, and is tax-free. So it's similar to an RSP where their contributions are tax deductible, but it's also similar to a TFSA where they won't be taxed when they withdraw that money for their first home down payment. So it has to be used for the first home purchase. If you've already owned a home in the past, this savings account isn't for you, but for our new homeowners and people trying to get into the market, this is a great way to save tax-free for that down payment. So we're happy to offer that to our members, and they can call in and talk to one of our reps about how they can open one of these accounts with us and get saving for that down payment.
Good stuff. And that's a really good lead into our next question, because when we had you on the podcast before, you ended up saying something to Josh and I, who was hosting at the time, after we shut the tape off, and we both kicked ourselves that we didn't have the tape rolling for that. And I think it had something to do with buying a new truck.
Yes, I remember. Yeah.
Can you explain kind of what you said there?
Yeah.
This is aimed at new recruits. If you're a new recruit listening here.
Yes, it was about new recruits and their love of buying big black trucks as soon as they get on board with the OPP. We see a lot of new recruits come on board, and it's really exciting to get that fun new car. But then we see them a couple months later kick themselves because now they have this huge payment, car payment or truck payment, and it affects them pre-qualifying for a mortgage. So they've got this shiny new car, which is fun for a while, but then they come looking for a mortgage, and that truck payment really affects how much they can qualify for. So I always try to tell them when we go and talk to the new recruits when they're first on board is, think about this. I know it's fun to go out and buy a new vehicle when you get a new job, but you have to think about the long-term effects of that and how it's going to affect your what you can afford mortgage wise and that sort of thing. So we try to talk to them about, setting up an auto savings plan, which is something that we can do because we're directly linked with Corpay with OPP, and we can take that money right off of their paycheck and deposit it into savings accounts for them, which helps with forced savings. And we can also help them with investing early. So that's one of the things that we see with some of our new recruits as well is, getting started and investing alongside your pension early makes a big difference when it comes to retirement. And they have a great pension with the OPP, but it doesn't mean that you can rely solely on that pension. So we want to make sure that they're investing smartly alongside the pension, and our advisors at the credit union deal with the OPP pension all the time, and they work with it all the time, and they're able to help our members choose investments that work with their pensions so that they can see those savings when it comes to retirement and be in a good position financially. So I know the truck is really fun, but you gotta weigh the consequences of how life plays out as well. So we hope to just take that second thought on the massive truck payment and how it's going to affect you down the road.
That's definitely good advice. So you're talking about common mistakes with young members. What are some of the common financial errors that you might see among veteran members?
So our veteran members, I wouldn't say they're errors, but things that we hear is at the retirement seminars, which you guys put on and we attend and give a presentation at. One of the most common feedback things that we get is that they wish they had have started planning earlier, and they wish they had have listened to some of this advice earlier in their life. And hindsight is 20/20. We all know that, and it's hard. But one of the things that we can help with our older members is decumulation. So a lot of people work really hard to build their investments for retirement. But then when it comes to retirement, you have to look at how you're going to start decumulating that wealth. And I think that's one of the areas where the credit union has a nice advantage, is that our financial advisors are not commissioned. They're salary based. So they are there regardless of whether you're building your wealth with us or whether you're starting to pull on that wealth that you've built. And they can focus on tax mitigation and strategies for how to use your investments as you start pulling them out and using them, because there's definitely strategies that will help you and when you start using all those investments. And that's something that the advisors can definitely assist with and help you find out the best way to start pulling from your investments when it comes to retirement, and make sure that you're benefiting from all that money you've worked so hard to save up.
Very good information to know, Sherry. This is our last question for you. It's so important. I know Debbie and Marilyn and Caitlin in our benefits section would want this question to be explained as much as possible. Can you explain the importance of having a will and powers of attorney for both property and health? You said something when we were preparing for this about leading to a clear estate, and if you can explain all that, that would be really beneficial.
Yes, I did mention it earlier that I was going to talk about this a bit more, and it's something that we've brought on board with one of our partners. So Canadians in general, less than half of Canadians have a will, and that's not a good position to be in. It's a daunting task that nobody wants to do, but it's very important that you have a will in place. And so one of the partners we've brought on board is Canadian Legal Wills, and they do online digital wills. And our membership has access to that. It's $40. It's online. It's super easy. The program walks you through the process. You can save your progress and walk away from it, figure out your answers, come back to it and keep working on it. And the program allows you to make changes and edits for up to a year. You can also start your will online with them, and then you don't pay for it until you're done. So you can see how it's going to look and that sort of thing. It will at least get you going. And we think it's super important that everyone has a will in place. The flip side of that is a lot of our members are dealing with their parents passing away and having to deal with an estate. And that can be a super onerous task and very complicated. And we've brought another partner on board to help our members, and they're called Clear Estate. So Clear Estate will help you work through, if you're a power of attorney or have an estate to work with, they'll help you work through that. They'll save hours of paperwork, $1,000 in fees, and help you go through the estate process, because it's something that not everybody does on a daily basis, and it can be very complicated. So those partners that we bring on board are there to help, whether you're building a will or whether you're dealing with an estate and have any questions. Both of them are available through our website and there to help members.
Excellent information. That's so important. As Scott mentioned, we're wrapping things up. So do you have any last words, Sherry?
I think just that we're here, we're available to members, no matter what it is that they're looking for. They can always just give us a call and talk to us, ask any questions they have. All of our information's on the website, but sometimes it's just nice to talk to a real person if you have questions. A lot of our membership tends to wait to deal with us. They might be engrossed with their current financial institution, and then they don't end up becoming a member with the credit union until they have a problem. And then they come to us and we're able to work through it and figure it out for them. And then they see the value in the credit union. So I encourage them to see that value before they have a problem and look at using the credit union and the benefits that we offer to their advantage before issues arise. We are a full service financial institution, so we offer everything from day-to-day checking and savings accounts to online investing, and our investment and financial advisors can help with those investments and that sort of thing, mortgages, and we're just here to help. So we're here for the benefit of the membership and anything that you might need financially. So just give us a call anytime. We're pleased to help.
Thank you, Sherry, for joining us today. Very valuable information indeed.
Thanks for having me.
For anyone out there wanting more information on the OPPA Credit Union, as we mentioned before, but we'll hit it again, visit their website. It's at OPPACU.com, and we will add that website into the show notes so that you can click on through and check them out. You've been listening to Sherry DeGrood, who is in charge of brand and business development at the OPPA Credit Union. Feel free to reach out to Sherry or her team if you have any questions. The 10-5 podcast publishes a new episode every other Friday morning. If you like what you hear, please hit the subscribe button on the podcasting platform of your choice, or visit us at our website at oppa.ca. Thanks for listening, and until next time, stay safe.